So that is Bryant Park over there. Now it doesn't look much like a park at this time of year because it's filled with the winter market sort of thing, basically. Behind it you can see the library. There's the State University on this side, and there's another MetLife tower up there, whatever the hell that is. And we're heading in this direction now. I've looked at St Patrick's Roman Catholic Cathedral, and it's a mega disappointment, really. The outside of the building is delightful, really lovely. I go inside and it's whitewashed. It's so plain. It's almost Spartan. I mean, there's almost nothing there. The high altar's not much to look at either. It is free entry, but it was still a tiny bit of a disappointment too. You can see the library there. I've also discovered the answer as to why everybody else in the US thinks that Americans that live in the north of New Jersey and in New York are sort of unkind or not very friendly. And that's because when you're wandering around a city like this, if you don't move like you have a purpose or like you know where you're going, you're a target for individuals, and there are a lot of them. And they are deliberately looking to get money out of you for all sorts of things. You know, some of it's sort of a rather aggressive form of begging. Some of it is just sort of trinkets or whatever. If you look like you're not doing much, you're a target. If you become a target, they harass you, basically. And so what this trains the population here to do is to always move with a purpose and never stop when anyone says excuse me or hello or anything like that, because in this city that is the start of someone approaching you for money in some way, or somebody trying to scam you. And what it teaches people to do, I suppose, is to blot out. You know, you can either stop, in which case they won't leave you alone, you can start walking, they'll still follow you, and then they kick up a fuss and everybody turns and looks, that sort of rubbish. Or you can just ignore them and keep going. They'll give up and move on to somebody else very quickly, but it makes you look like an absolute arse. And I think that is why the city is full, particularly if you lived here. You probably would stay away from this particular area. There's an area sort of lower midtown that is basically not full of high rises at all. It is mostly residential, and I imagine that's where most of the people that actually live in the city stay, and I don't think they would move into this part of the city if they didn't have to, except for work, because of that fact.